Hi, welcome back to Two English Acres. My name is Kristen, and today is the best day. Today is finally a day that we get to plant. We're in Michigan, Zone 6B, and it takes so long. It just feels like the days are creeping by, and we're finally here. I think last night's supposed to be the last coldest night. I think it was 38. So it's safe to start putting plants in. We usually have to wait till about Memorial Day weekend, and we're just a few days away. So before I get to that though, I want to show you, just a few short weeks ago, I posted a video about my yard. I'm not going to do a full yard tour, but I just want to show you just how much this yard grows in. So my very first video, I posted about how much I just hated the swamp. And when I first moved in here, truly, it was fully grown in, and I really couldn't see it from my deck. But I really have learned to love it. This is a neat deer trail that comes through here, and we have some of the biggest bucks come through here in Oakland County. So I just want to give an update on what this looks like. Our trees are growing in. We planted some fruit trees last year, and they're looking great. And the lilac bush is full. Now I will post a link to that video, but if you check this out, now you cannot see inside of our yard. It is fully grown in, except for one little area. We're working on the garden. We've extended it right there, and we are going to plant something there. We still haven't replaced this fence. We are going to get to it. Our main priority is getting everything planted in the garden. Hello. Hi, girls. Come say hello. Come say hello. We roped a section of this off. Well, I shouldn't say roped, but we fenced a section of this off so that they'll start digging in the garden. That's the best weed suppression. They eat it all. So here are some of my plants. Like I said, my tomatoes did poorly. I am still going to try and plant these. And there's a lot of mixing here. My pickles, or my pickling cucumbers, my slicers, my pole beans, some sugar snap peas. It's gonna look a lot different here in a couple weeks. I like to use this Trifecta Plus. It's a 5-10-4. It has 5% nitrogen, 10% phosphate, 4% potash. It also has calcium, magnesium, iron. It is, it's got like healthy bacteria in it, trace minerals, bacteria, fungi. This is great. I picked this up from my gardener out in Port Huron. And I just put a little bit in each hole that I do. And then to amend, I sprinkle a little bit on the top, kind of work it in around. And I mean, this has really boosted my garden over the years. I also have aging chicken manure, which in about a month I'll start to add to some plants too. But the most important thing is to always make sure that you have excellent soil to start with, and you're feeding your plants, you know. It's just like us. If we don't take in nutrients and vitamins and the things that we need for our body, we get sick. We don't stay healthy. We have to do the same thing for our plants. So at the end of last year, I bought these clips on Amazon. I can put the link. I do like to... Here comes a neighbor. He took Alex for a ride on his razor. Anyway, these are great. I'm gonna show you. You know, you have to train the snap peas up the trellis. So these are great. They'll hang on to them and help them grow. So it rained all day today. Today is day 2 in the garden. We've been waiting for it to clear up and the sun's finally coming out. We got a lot done yesterday. When I get in the garden, I'm in there for hours and I lose track of time. I think I started about 3 o'clock yesterday and I think we went in about 8 or 8:30 last night. It was a long night, but it doesn't feel like it when you're gardening. Tonight we are going to focus on getting the cattle panels up, and I think I'm going to try and get some pole beans planted. I brought some watermelon out for the girls, some rinds, they're excited. Last year I bought this cattle panel from Tractor Supply. It's 4 feet by 16 feet. It makes a great arbor. You know, you just get the 5-foot U-post. And so we bought a couple more. They did go up in price, but we're gonna knock these posts in place. And this will be another great growing spot for the rest of the cucumbers. What are you doing out, you escape artist? What are you doing out, Miss Clementine? You think you're special or something?
Yes. Yes, she says, I do.
I really wanted to finish planting before I posted this video, but the weather is not cooperating. And this video is going to end up being a week long. So I'm going to close it out. We got most of our planting done. And I will show you what we got done here. It's looking pretty good though. It's a big difference from just a few short weeks ago. Here Mike constructed some bean poles. These are all my pole beans. I'm going to put them in. The blueberry bushes are really starting to fill out. We thought this one died and it's coming back. I'm going to put all of my peppers. These are the peppers that I grew from seed. These are banana pepper and jalapeno. I'm just going to put them right here in the fronts of the blueberries. Let's see, we cut cattle panels in half and we made some trellises for our tomatoes. Right now I couldn't tell you what we put in there, but I have them all marked. And we have a few more cages to put a few more tomatoes in. And the rest of the area down here I have butternut squash, a pumpkin, and a couple honey rock. I'm not putting a lot in down here. It's going to be pretty tight. Over here, our onions are doing well. This is my lettuce bed. It's starting to come in, but the spinach, it's not going to do anything. It's too hot. So I did put 3 wax bean plants here. And over here, this is going to be my zucchini and my yellow squash bed. We got another trellis put up. Those are going to be my pickling cukes. Over here are my Market More slicers. Garlic is huge. The scapes are going to be growing next. The strawberries are looking amazing. And these are the runners that we planted. They look great. Over here, we put in carrots. They're starting to come in. This in the front, eggplant, and in the back we did some bush beans. Check out the potatoes. They just kind of popped up over the past few days. I bet you in 2 weeks they're going to be over a foot tall. What else do we have? Oh, right here. These are the snap peas. We put them up a trellis. These are the carnival sweet peppers. Here I have an herb garden growing this year. Lots of different types. Here are my leeks. I do have to finish putting my leeks in. So I'm pretty proud of this. We're still going to cover everything in wood chip eventually. Yeah. See this right here? I have noticed in all of my videos, she's right behind me all the time. She's my faithful faith, my faither doodles. She's always there. I'm gonna start pointing her out to you because I've been noticing that as I look back on videos. Anyway, I did burn a lot of my plants. I know I mentioned that. I went and bought a couple zucchini. I went and bought a few tomatoes. Last year I think I grew maybe 20% of my plants from seed, and this year I grew at least 50%. So that's a big improvement. I'm happy about that. Yeah, it's the one great thing about the garden is it's ever changing. You know, it's never the same, and day by day this thing is going to grow and it's going to be so green. And then in the end of July I'm going to be fighting the bugs, but the produce is going to be coming in and we're going to start canning, and it's just a wonderful thing about gardening, you know. And I want to say if I can do it, so can you, because I am not an expert gardener. This is just things that I've learned over the last couple of years, just watching videos and trial and error. I mean, look, this year I started all those seeds and I burnt most of them. So anyway, again, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.